that we're going to be focusing on are selection tools. Selection tools are tools that we use to isolate parts of our images. We can use selections to delete parts of an image, color parts of an image, change the adjustment in that section. But basically, when we're creating a selection, we're going to be using one of the tools to do something specific. We have many different tools. So we have our marquee tools, we have our lasso tools, we have our object selection, quick selection, and magic wand tool. We have our crop tool, and we also have our eyedrop tool. So these all have different steps to use them, but the overall same purpose is to create selections. Okay. So our first section is going to be our marquee tools. And our marquee tools are used to create, sorry about that. Our marquee tools are used to create shape selections. Okay. I'm just going to briefly talk about all of them, and then I'll do separate videos for each set of tools. Okay. Our next set is going to be our color and object selection tools, which is the magic wand tool, the quick selection tool, and the object selection tool. Then we have our lasso tools. Okay. Our lasso tools are free form selection. So this is when you don't have anything specific, like you don't have a shape to select, or in example of these last set of tools, we don't have an object or a color that we're focusing on. Maybe you just want to circle a small location of the picture that's not in the shape of a circle, or not in with a specific color. Then you can use the lasso tools to draw free form selections. Okay. One tool that we're not going to work on just yet is our eyedropper tool, but our eyedropper tool technically is a selection tool. It selects colors in your picture to identify what color you're clicking on. So yeah, and then at the end of this unit, our focus is going to be this mail project. Okay, it's a couple pages long. You will have your files in a folder, and then we'll have our quiz. And you have all this information here. So what I would suggest you do as we go over each set of tools, you're writing the purpose, finding an image you can use with this tool, and then explaining what you would cut out or select when you're using each tool. Okay. These next 2 pages are also quiz review, and this is kind of going with this piece. It's asking a question with a scenario. So you'll find a picture for each of these, and then write how could you use that tool and what would you use it to select. So kind of what you're seeing in these next 2 pages. But basically, just to wrap this up, selection tools are used to create an isolated selection, like I said already, and we can use all these different tools to kind of give us a better selection. You can also mix the tools, so you are able to mix and match with the tools. You don't have to just stick to the marquee tools. Once you know how to use the marquee tools, the lasso tools, the color and object selection tools, you can actually put those together in order to create a perfect selection. Okay. One thing to keep in mind is when you're using the selection tools, you'll see what we call marching ants. Marching ants are going to be these dashed lines that move around in the shape of the selection you've made. That's how you will be able to see a selection. And we also have our select menu. Okay, all of this right here. This is all focusing on selection. So basically, while we're using this unit, we will dip into some of these things. Okay. And yeah, I'm going to end this here, and I'm going to move on to our marquee tools. Okay.